What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Leafs Chatter. Today we're just going to talk about the game last night. I thought it was, we'll just get right into it. I thought it was a pretty solid game on both ends. I mean, there were a few moments where, Leafs and Tampa couldn't string a pass together. And that's not to say that the Leafs played bad. I thought the Leafs played actually pretty damn good. Even Tampa too. They were playing good hockey. I thought I thought we should have done a little bit more. I thought Riley got a good goal there, but I feel like Johansson's not a very good goalie, or whatever his name is, Johansson. He's not that he's not that good. I mean, we should have lit him up, but honestly, we couldn't really finish, which kind of sucked. And our peeper's horrible. I mean, like if there's one takeaway is that our peeper sucks. Either they gotta rejig it and put different guys on that first line, or you have to maybe fire Savard, put somebody else in charge of the peeper because it's terrible right now. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is there. I don't understand. Like I don't know. I'm speechless. They just can't generate anything on there. But anyway, I don't want to sound too negative about this game. I thought the Leafs played with some grit. There were some big hits thrown. That whoever the hell that guy, I think it was number 93 or 63. I don't remember his number. I don't even know his name. That hit he threw on Mermis was a bitch move. That was a cheap shot. Um, and then the thing with McMahon, in my opinion, was a little soft. Like, okay, like maybe a penalty if you want to give him like a 2 minute for that. He didn't hurt the guy. Like when his stick was already in the air because he cross checked, the guy cross checked him in the face, but then his like McMahon's stick was the one that hit him in the face. Like he hit himself in the face, but he cross checked him with intent to hurt. Like if you look at it, when he was throwing that cross check, it was like kind of in like the upper collarbone to neck area, and then his stick got in the way, like McMahon's stick, and it hit himself in the face. Then like his stick was already in the air, so he just kind of slashed it down because he was trying to slash his stick, and then he grazed the top of his helmet and hit his shoulder. In my opinion, that was soft. Um, and then I saw people on Twitter shitting on McMahon, like how the hell is that his fault? I thought honestly good. If you're gonna cross check, try and cross check me in like the fucking chest or neck area, and I get hit in the face with my own stick, yeah, fuck, I should be able to slash your fucking shoulder. Anyways, um, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. Though I thought Dakota Joshua did a pretty good job in that fight. I mean, he pretty much pummeled that guy. He didn't even get a shot. That's what I want to see more out of Dakota. He wasn't throwing many hits. Like if you look at the stats, he wasn't throwing many hits tonight, but he was getting involved physically in front of the net. Scrums, shit like that. Even Johnny got involved in a little scrum at the end. Um, one of the whistles there. I think it was in the first period. But can we just talk about one thing? And I've been saying it constantly on this channel. Get Callie Yarncroke off this fucking lineup. I don't know what the hell Berube's doing. I don't know what Treliving's doing. But that fourth line does not have an identity. Scotty Lawton has an identity. Mc, what's it called? Robertson. If you're not going to use him as a top 3 line dude, then get rid of him because he's not a fourth liner. You want your fourth line to be quick and you want it to be physical. You need a checking line. How was Calle Yarncroke? He didn't even throw one hit. He's a bitch. I don't like Calle Yarncroke at all. And he's selfish. He had the puck. He could have passed it to Lawton. Lawton could have got his 4th goal in 4 games, but he didn't pass it to him for the empty net. Get him off the team. Bring up Michael Pizzetta. Because I'm going to be honest, I think Lorenz is kind of soft too. Like he's a big boy. He's a big boy. But he's kind of like a big teddy bear. You know what I mean? Like he throws his weight around, which is nice. Like he hits people. Not as hard, to be honest, as I would like, but he kind of hits people and he's got a little bit of speed and some offensive touch, but he's not a dog. Like he's not a dog like Lawton. But if you bring in a Pizzetta and now on your fourth line it's Pizzetta who could beat the shit out of people, Lawton who's a pest, Pizzetta's also a pest, and then Lorenz who could just run around and hit people. Lorenz is going to play a little bit bigger if he knows he has Pizzetta on his line because he could throw bigger hits. And I think that's what that line needs. You brought in Pizzetta for a reason, and you signed him for 2 years. Use him. He would be better than anybody you put on that fourth line. I'm not saying I don't like Robertson, but Robertson isn't a fourth line guy. If you want to use Robertson correctly, you could take Domi out, and then you could put Robertson in. Give him like a top, you know, top six role. Hopefully, like that's what he is. But like that's all I'm saying. Like I don't understand. I actually have no clue how Yarncroke is in this lineup and Pizzetta isn't. Pizzetta, he's not. I'm not saying he's doing great in the AHL. Like, I don't watch a lot of Marley's games, but he's got like a tuck. I think he's got a goal or maybe 2 points. I don't know, but he still hits and fights. He runs around because they don't track hits in the AHL, but he hits. That's his job. He runs around. He hits people. He's a bit of a jackass, and that's what you want on your fourth line. So I don't get it. If I'm Craig Berube, I'm telling Treliving, call this guy up, find a way to get rid of Yarncroke and Michelli, and then if you have to trade Robertson, which I don't think you should because he's actually pretty good. If you give him a top six role, he's playing better than Domi at a top six role. So I think you should keep him. I think it'd be a mistake to trade him. But if you're not going to utilize him, then yes, trade him and get something back for him. Picks, anything, stuff that you could use at the deadline. But that's kind of my insight on it. But you guys can let me know what you think. I know not a lot of people are a fan of Michael Pizzetta, but I mean he's useful on a fourth line. If you're gonna do nothing like Calle Yarncroke and just skate around and not hit anything, you might as well put a guy who's gonna at least hit and fight. Like that's all I'm saying. Like in that game, Pizzetta would have fought somebody, and Pizzetta would have ran someone through the absolute fucking boards because he's not like Lorentz where he just goes and he gives you like a little bump and that's his hit. He fucking goes out there and he intentionally tries to hurt you, not by a dirty hit because I don't think he really throws many dirty hits. I think he just threw one and it was one of his first ones in the NHL, but he throws just hard hits, like ones where you get hit by him and you're kind of a little bit winded, a little bit in pain. That's what you need. You need a guy that's actually going to throw some massive hits. He plays that way, and I think he should be on this team. I don't know if he ever will be, but if Berube has a fucking brain, you do not put Calle Yarncroke on your fourth line because he's like, oh, we need a nice checking line. You think Calle Yarncroke's a checker? That guy never threw hits in his life. You think Robertson's a checker? Robertson doesn't throw hits ever. Put him on the fucking first line, second line, third line, whatever. Actually, I'd leave the third line. I like the third line. Second line, because the second line hasn't been doing anything. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. You guys can let sound off what you guys think. But overall though, Leafs have been doing pretty good. Stetcher is amazing. I love Stetcher. I can't believe the Oilers let him go for nothing. Um, he's holding the fort down until we get Tanev back, which from the reports, it seems like he'll be back soon. Which I would like to think soon is like within the next week or two, maybe. And then we're back in business. Then we just need Carlo, which honestly I'm totally fine if we trade him or like to be honest, I don't really care. If the Leafs want to keep Carlo as like an extra, because right now I don't even know where you'd slot him in. I mean, okay, I guess right now because Mermis is out, but if Tanev comes back, who do you take out? I think Benoit's been playing okay. He at least plays physical. I mean, I feel like you should just trade Carlo and see what you can get. Maybe see if you can bring in like a Connor Murphy from Chicago, or maybe you dangle him and see if Vancouver wants him. Maybe you can see if you could bring in like a Kiefer Sherwood or Evander Kane. I like Evander Kane. I know a lot of people don't. I like him. I feel like that could solidify your second line. And that gives you more depth. Like if you wanted to put Bobby McMahon on the second line and then put Kiefer Sherwood with Joshua and Wall, like that'd be a fucking annoying line to play against. Two guys that are like over 6'3" and over 200 pounds, and then Kiefer Sherwood, who I think is also over 200 pounds, but the guy's already got like 130 hits this year. That guy actually throws hits. Like he's nuts. He's nuts. He's gonna get paid because he knows his role and he knows how to do it. At the end of the day, I think that's what the Leafs should do, though. Like, kind of backtracking here to Pez. Right now, you could solidify your fourth line by bringing Pez up. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. It's very easy. All you have to do is move one of Yarncroke, Robertson, or Michelli. And I feel like the easiest one to move would probably be Robertson, but then second would be Michelli. I think you could get something for him because he's so young. You could get that 3.5 mil off the books, and then you can call it Pez. That's what I would do. But again, I'm not the GM, but everything I've been saying that they should be doing, now they're implementing it and they're playing better. I've been saying put put McMahon on that third line and have a third line of just bigger guys, and at least one of them actually could skate. So you have a speed guy in McMahon who could chase those pucks that you dump in, kind of generate that pressure. And then you got Waugh and Joshua in on the forecheck as well. So like I feel like that line's perfect. And I've been saying to do that. And I've been saying now for the fourth line to do Lorentz, Lawton, and Pizzetta forever. I've been saying that because I loved when we signed Pizzetta. I was kind of pumped to get him, even though he had a shit year in Montreal. They weren't using him well. They're playing him like 4 minutes a night, and then they kept benching him and scratching him pretty much every single night. I think the first 12 games of the season he didn't play, so like that'll fuck with anybody. And then the first line, I personally liked Robertson on there. I was saying from the get go, maybe see if you can get Robertson on that first line, and they ended up putting him on, and he was playing really good. Then they took him off for whatever reason, and they put Domi in there. Domi's been whatever. Like in my opinion, he's been okay, but I feel like Robertson deserves a shot. And if you're not going to give him a shot, then trade him. That's all I'm saying. But overall, good game by the boys though. I don't want to ramble on too much, but yeah, no, good game by the boys. Hildeby played amazing. We need him to play like that. Apparently, Waller might be back this week, but we've heard that shit before, and it's never happened. So I'm kind of eyeing like next week, mid next week. I feel like he'll be back, but who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us. So that's it for this one, though, guys. We'll see if I can. I'll try and make a video for the next game. It's been a little tough. I can't do every single game, but yeah, no, this one was a good game in the books, and now I think we're 2 or 3 points out of first place in our division. So you see, that's how tight it is. So I was never too worried, but there was definitely a stretch where I'm like, shit, are we gonna turn this around? And we're finally doing that. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.